Hi everyone, this is me, Mohammed Naisa. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Informatics and Computing at Bournemouth University. I'm also a researcher, a visiting researcher at the University of Southampton. So I will be presenting our work today, development of persuasive user experience research point of view for explainable AI. So you can see we have a lot of collaborators because this work actually spans from my PhD where I was in Bournemouth University, my postdoc at Southampton, and I'm currently working with Hussein, Stephen Jeff from Google, and Nan also on this problem. I'll start first by explaining the problem that we currently living in. We are living in a time where interaction with AI is everywhere, from chatbots to autonomous vehicles to even like social media platforms where we use every day. If we like it or not, we are making decisions every day in collaboration with AI. And the main problem and the main issue with these kind of technologies uh, that they are black box models and it's difficult for us as a humans to understand. And this is where the trend that has been really increasing from early 2020 to currently, which is XAI. XAI is a response to the black box model. XAI refers to explainable AI, where it's kind of techniques and methods to help us as a humans to understand, trust, and interpret the decisions coming from AI models. Explainable AI is not only a technical field, but as you can see in this graph, it's kind of a collaborative field between computer scientists, psychologists, engineering, everywhere. If everyone is actually interested in this area because it's not a technical problem only because at the end of the day explanation is to be used by humans, and this is UX also problem, psychology problem, how people actually understand these explanations. It's also another issue. In response to these complexities of explainable AI and the difficulties of actually opening this black box, there's a huge response from the academic world, how we actually build new methods, how we can really build interpretable algorithms to make these systems more understandable and more trustworthy for humans. So there are so many nowadays XAI methods to help us to really open that black box and make the decisions made by AI is more understandable to human decision makers. So the main problem from UX point of view, so we are looking at the problem in this paper from UX perspective, from designers' perspectives. Um, when designers come to and design explainable AI interfaces to help decision makers or users do or make the optimal, let's say, decision when they work with AI, there are so many uh, uh, issues, or there are so many challenges for UX designers to consider. First of all, there are overwhelming variety of these methods, so there are so many XAI methods to use from, and each of these XAI methods, they have limitations, they have properties, so it's difficult for UX researcher to actually choose which one to use. There are also some technical barrier. Understand, as I said, this technicality behind each of these explainable AI methods because each of them they have a certain area, let's say, where they have been developed. It requires some technical expertise. So there are some technical barrier for someone like in UX perspective where technicality maybe could be an issue. Also, one size doesn't fit all. Some methods comes with some biases. It's hard to compare with other methods. And sometimes these methods are also misaligned from the UX mental model. Some of these methods, or mostly all of these methods, are actually not designed to be used by end users or by UX designers. They are mostly designed to be used by data scientists actually to interpret and help them to debug their models. They are not really designed to for UX researchers or end users to use these explanations. So UX researchers need to do some more work to make these explanations actually more understandable and more meaningful, let's say, to end users. There are some initiatives in the human-centered AI world, human-centered explainable AI world, but they are not enough. So you can see from this slide, there are two popular initiatives from Google where they provided People Plus AI guidebook from Google to help people to actually to give people some recommendations, general recommendations, how we actually develop explainable AI interfaces for end users to make them more user friendly, more usable. But the issue with this book is not really centered on the current methods of XAI. They don't really give uh, design guidelines based on what exists in the technical world of explainable AI. The other one, which is called XAI Bank Book, which is more comprehensible, where it provides like a lot of questions, user questions, and it tells the designer which XAI method can answer this question. So it's useful, but it doesn't go beyond information content. It doesn't go to really behavior with explanation, how people actually behave with explanations. This is where my PhD work actually comes in to fit in that area. So in my PhD, I will leave these QR codes for you guys if you are interested in this area. So I provided some sort of recommendations to design these kind of explainable AI methods. So uh, it's really I provided a method that goes through 4 stages. It's more about selecting, which is selecting and understanding the XAI methods, understanding the human factors behind these explainable methods. So when people use these methods, when end users use the method, what kind of mistakes they do, what kind of challenges they face, even sometimes cognitive challenges. People sometimes, for example, they face difficulties to interpret heat maps. So how we deal with that on the interface level. Then how to choose appropriate design elements, and then how you can build a long-term relationship between the explanation and the end users. So what we did in this paper, we take these 4 stages and try to convert them to actually plays, which is what the UXR playbook offer. So it offers plays and cards. So we took each of these 4 stages I outlined earlier, and we convert them into plays. Through these methods, we met with the team, and then we did some play identification, cards, validation, and refinement. So we what we produce at the end, it's like a playbook with 4 plays and so many cards. So the first play was about how to make UX designers choose the explanation method. There are 4 main categories in this play. I don't have the time to go through everything, but I'll just show an overview. It's more to tell the designers how to choose the information content behind the explanation. After that, there are some engagement issues with the explanations. So from my PhD, I found that people, they have some sort of engagement issues based on, for example, lack of curiosity, how we deal with that in the design as well. The third play is more about acknowledging there are some cognitive biases and maybe sometimes misuse of these explanations, how you can really uh, uh, challenge that on the design level, how you can really deal with these biases on the design level when people work with explanations. At the end, it's more like how to create a user-friendly and more intuitive XAI interface. So we identified 17 cards in this category. They are categorized in three main areas. Obviously, I don't have the time to go through everything in this presentation. But the main aim of this uh, playbook is to help really designers to design more engaging and more user-friendly XAI methods based on the challenges we present here, and to help them to really overcome to the technical complexity behind XAI methods. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions about this work. This is QR code if you want to know more about the work I do in this area. Also feel free to ask Hussein any questions you have. Thank you so much.